Kent Zimmermann, attorney, you've been hearing everything. Again, I want to stress that this mother is the one who called law enforcement. She's going through a horrible time right now, and I certainly don't want to pile on. This woman may have a very, very good reason for not calling us because she may be on the phone with police right now doing what she needs to do. What do you make of this situation?
So, Jane, I'm with you that I wouldn't want to pile on about the mom. However, I worry that it's possible that somebody is involved who knows Bella. And the reason why I say that is there's no sign of forced entry. As has been noted, they often look at family and people close to her first. I read today that the girl lives with her mom, her grandma, a few other people, no mention of the dad. I'd be curious to know, and maybe the dad's totally not involved, but I'd be curious to know, when's the last time the dad saw her? Where does the dad live? What's the dad's relationship with the mother? Does he live nearby? I'd also like to know, she probably just went back to school recently. She's 8 years old. I'd like to know, who has she come into contact with at school, on the way to school? I think we need to make sure that police are talking to everybody who knows her and has come into contact with her. It could be somebody who knows her, unfortunately.
And we do not have... Well, Kent Zimmermann, you're an attorney. Do you think that this woman would have been treated the same way if she had been a blue-haired white lady? Or do you think they would have yelled at her, that they would have cuffed her? Or maybe would they have stopped her and asked her a couple of questions respectfully?
You know, I don't know the answer to that, and I personally would have been terrified if I was in her shoes. I think it would be an extremely frightening experience. I think at the same time, though, you say she's going to sue, Jane, and I think, unfortunately, she's going to have an uphill battle in that lawsuit. And I say that based on the legal precedent. And the reason why I say that is, usually, when people sue in this situation and they win and they recover big money, they usually are held for a longer time.
What I care about is what you feel.
And they typically are in jail.
Look, the lawsuit,
so I think based on the past cases, it's going to be difficult.
What was the intent of these cops?
The intent was obvious.
Right, right.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It
has a case.
All right,
also,
she doesn't. Okay, hold on. Let Kent jump in.
I don't think she was arrested.
Yeah, she was handcuffed.
I don't think she was arrested.
She was cuffed. She was handcuffed.
But she wasn't arrested.
She doesn't have to be arrested.
She wasn't arrested as far as I know.
She doesn't have to be arrested.
And, listen, we'll see how it plays out. I'm just saying, based on the precedent, based on what's happened in past cases, people usually in this situation held for a short duration and then let go after a major error. They usually don't win and recover a lot of money. Maybe it'll be different.
Yeah, but these are kids.
Right.
The father's a paramedic, and the father has even said that his 6-year-old, who he grew up seeing men in uniform, doesn't even trust them anymore. This kid doesn't sleep well at night. This is terrible. I mean, this is what they did. They just traumatized these children for the rest of their lives.
I completely agree it's traumatizing, and I agree it's terrible. I don't think it's going to be easy for her to recover money from the police based on what's happened in the past.
Let's
and I think
listen
it's
to the kids. I'm sorry to jump in. We're short on time, and I want to get to some of the key. So that doesn't exactly match up. Kent Zimmermann, they're saying they got, your license plate, but then you hear the dispatcher saying a totally different make and model car.
You know, I think that there was confusing stories about what they're supposed to be looking for. I noticed in a statement that the police released to this show today that I read before we came on the air, that the police say that a witness who called dispatch led them to this car, and it ended up being a big mistake. So the police are saying that they're relying on a witness who called dispatch, and they thought they had the right car. So if you're in the police's shoes, and they say they think they had the right car based on a witness, they believe there's weapons in the car, that would cause some people to believe, look, they need to approach this car very cautiously because they think they have the right car, they think there's weapons in it. But the minute that they realize they made a mistake, they should not have done what they done. And I would just say there is a way I think that they could have avoided this. They could have, for example, when they got to the car, asked everybody to exit. They would have immediately seen that they had the wrong car. They would have seen the kids, and this could have been over much more quickly. So that could have been another way to approach it.